let's go ahead and get into the biggest surprises, right? Because it's always a yin and a yang. You got the biggest disappointments and you got the biggest surprises, dog. But sometimes you want to go ahead and get to the fuck the hell. Not again, bruh. Not again.
Boy.
not again.
Oh, boy.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Come on.
Bills fans appear. Wow.
How do you keep doing this? How do you keep infiltrating a Miami Dolphins podcast on YouTube? Get your Bills crap out of here. What are you doing here? I thought we banned you.
Hit me up earlier in the week. What do you mean?
I thought we banned you from this podcast, from this everything. Do you have a back channel? How do you get on here? Welcome everybody, man. This week's guest, man, JPS is in the effing building. JPS, man. Oh, welcome.
What's good?
So, we are talking about the biggest disappointments and the biggest surprises. And the reason why I wanted to bring you in for the surprises portion is because it's going to lead us into something that you have been arguing. My number one surprise is a person that you hate. My number one surprise is a person that you despise. My number one surprise of the year is a person that you have been arguing with me back and forth, tooth and goddamn nail. So, let's go ahead and get into that so we can have that discussion before we go ahead and talk about your Buffalo Bills. Fifth seed Buffalo
You're
Bills.
You're a Dallas fan, bro.
Don't worry about nothing, bro. We're talking about the Miami Dolphins right now, all right? This is a Dolphins podcast.
You can
all
talk
right?
about them. Talk about your second team.
We don't listen. There's only so much mediocrity that we can have on this podcast. Do not bring up the Dallas Cowboys, man. So the biggest surprises for me, and I'm not gonna go ahead and get too long on everything. I want to go ahead because there's two that I really want to really focus in on because I think people will really, really enjoy the conversation and just because I did a bunch of research on it and I just found some mind-blowing things, which is why they made my list in general, right? So number 4 for me, Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson, neither here need to be said. Coming into the season, they were set at 8.5 wins. They got over that. Most odd makers had them not winning the division, them not even winning 8 games, and they did their way ahead of schedule, man. But number 3 for me, Tyler Shough. They lost to the Falcons today, but to see who Tyler Shough was supposed to be based off of his pre-draft profile, based off of how he was viewed, based off of the way people were talking about him, and who he ultimately, especially in training camp. We got to own that too. We was giving him hell. We was getting our jokes off for sure. But I'm just going to go ahead and read.
He was showing off.
I'm just going to go ahead and read some of the things that was said about Tyler Shough, and which is why he made this list, because this is to go from what they said into who he ultimately is going to be, which is the rookie of the year. Got to be a surprise, right? This is some pre-draft profiles of him. This is from Beach Report. High-level backup, potential starter, 3rd round. This is from CBS. Number 8 QB. They had him as their number 8 QB. Overall, 117th on their big board. NFL comparison, Nick Foles. And this is from PFF, something that we hold near and dear, something that we always use, and we appreciate what they have to offer. Shough could have himself a nice career in the NFL as a decent spot starter or preferred backup. All he has gone to do is potentially be the best quarterback in this draft based off of what he's done in these 8 games that he started. Got to be a surprise. My number 2, man, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Amazing, but you don't realize how amazing he has been until you really do the nitty gritty and you really dig into his season. His season is on par with the 2023 Tyreek Hill season before Tua got hurt and that he had to play with backups, and the Calvin Johnson 2,000-yard season. If you look at what Jackson Smith and Jigba did with yards per route run, basically it's how many yards you're getting on how many routes you're running. For as great as Calvin Johnson was and how amazing his 2,000-yard season was, he ran a lot of routes. He didn't even set the record for that, the yards per route run. That was set in 2008 with Steve Smith at 3.87. The next closest was Tyreek Hill at 3.82. At one point, Tyreek Hill was at 5 yards, which is crazy. Tyreek was on base for like 23 yards, but that's neither here nor there. Jackson Smith and Jigba finished the season with yards per route run at 4.37. That is insane.
Dro, what's up, Dro?
That's nuts. That is nuts. So let's just talk about him in what's it called? He had 1,000 yards on only 226 routes this season, making it the fastest for 1,000 yards since 2014. He had led the league in yards per route run against man coverage at 4.37. He led the league at yards per route run on play actions at 6.3. That means every time you did a play action, every 2 passes, it was a first down with this guy. He was just amazing. But the number one surprise has to be, to your dismay, JPS, it got to be Drake Maye. It has to be Drake Maye. We're talking about a guy who went from a 4-13 Patriots on an awful team where he was questioned, his accuracy was questioned, where people didn't think that he was actually going to amount to anything based off his rookie season, where people coming into this season in training camp, they were saying that he wasn't even really looking that much better than who was the backup, the black that they sent to the Cowboys, the backup quarterback.
Milton.
Yeah, they were saying he wasn't even looking better than Milton all that much. It was real.
That's insane. That's insane talk, though.
I'm just talking about what happened in preseason. Trust me, I was a guy who was following the Patriots. I read all. I was watching. I watched every preseason report. It was a battle, which is why they shipped him off, because people were saying, "Hey, Drake Maye." Patriot fans were saying, "Hey, Drake Maye ain't good. I'd rather have Milton." They had to get rid of Milton because they didn't want the pressure of him backing him up, because that is what was happening. And all this dude has done is potentially go from that to being the league MVP. And some of the stats that I want to go ahead and get out there. Number 1 in completion percentage, led the league. Number 1 in completion percentage over expectation. Number 1 in QBR. Number 4 in third in big time throws. And this is the big one. He led all quarterbacks in EPA. I don't know what y'all want from this man. Like, just go about this, right? His preseason odds to be the MVP, he was plus 5,000. If you put $100 on Drake Maye winning the MVP going into the season, you'd have $5,000. That went from 5,000 plus 5,000 to negative 400. If that ain't the biggest surprise, then I don't know what is, man. So, JP, you vehemently disagree.
Oh, well, you were talking EPA there for a second. How about in the games against winning teams? How was his EPA
Oh
then?
my God, are we
Because
really
it dropped
doing
to
this?
pretty mid against the Bills. It dropped
You
below
guys
80,
are 1
so.
and 1. It's like the way you're talking, you would have thought that y'all beat
No,
him
no,
twice.
listen.
You split.
All
You
that,
literally spit.
all that preseason stuff that people were saying, that's crazy talk. And then on top of that, I'm not surprised that he got good. You know, he was training with Josh Allen on the offseason before training camp even started for the Patriots. So, I expected him to get better. It was only a matter of time. The Patriots usually and Vrabel was, that's the coach of the year in my opinion. So I think
I'm surprised that you.
I don't know. I think I take
what'd
that.
you say? I couldn't hear you.
It got to me. Coach of the year is
Ben Johnson.
not Ben Johnson. It
No,
was Ben Johnson.
I was
But
wondering who you were going to say.
what Kyle is doing with the 49ers? Yeah, I know they lost on Saturday, bro, but he doesn't have a team. Fred Warner's gone. Nick Bosa's gone. George Kittle is running on tendonism, bro. Meat falling
I
off
don't
the
know. If you got
bone, bro.
CMC, you always got a team, though. I don't know
I
about
mean,
that.
that's one man, bro. That's one man, bro. But how do you feel about the list, though? How do you feel about all the lists? Just what's your overall input before we get into some Bills talk?
It seemed pretty good to me. I mean, it seemed pretty accurate. The only thing that I have to critique is your number one, and I'm not even hating that bad. I think that Drake May had the second easiest schedule in the league. Not his fault. He did what was expected, But at the same time, if you look at Mitch Trubisky's numbers today against the Jets, him and Drake May look very similar.
All right, so let's bring it back to this comment earlier. This guy was talking about the Patriots and the MVP odds. So you, JPS, you have it in your personal book. Who do you have? You have Matt Stafford, Josh Allen. Who's your number 3, or you just have 2 and everybody else?
I don't even, I don't even think I could put Josh Allen on the list right now, just because, the Bills defense has been. I mean, he still puts up 30+ points a game, but the Bills defense has been that bad, and they've, that last game against Philly kind of was, that duck pass for the 2 point conversion. I liked it. We
That
probably
was
shouldn't have
that
been
was
playing
nasty.
anyways.
That was
I
nasty.
got my whole. Well,
That
go
was for
ahead.
the division, dog. That was for the division, dog.
Oh, I knew we weren't winning the division. Come on, man. The Patriots were going up against the Jets, and then Quinn Ewers on the Dolphins. What are we doing here? You were going to pretend that the Jets weren't going to lose. We're going to lose one of those games. Get out of here. Come on. The hell are we talking about here?
Oh, before I forget, because I don't think we'll get a chance to get to this, and JPS, you'll get a kick out of this for sure. Because of course, every AFC East fan hates the Jets. Herbie, how about the Jets
Yeah,
are the only team in NFL
Big
history
old
history.
goose egg.
to have 0 interceptions as
And
a
their head
team,
coach and their
and
head
they
That's
got an
coach,
extra
crazy.
game.
their head coach is a famous DB. Aaron Glenn is a legendary DB.
Insane stat.
This is insane.
Unbelievable, bro. Only,
That is
only the
truly
Jets.
unbelievable. That is
Only the
truly
Jets with a
unbelievable, man.
defensive-minded head coach. Only the Jets.
Which
All
is
right,
crazy
man.
because over the course of like the last decade, they always have a top five defense.
Right.
And then this year, it's like, what happened, bro?
I mean, that's usually what
You know what
happens,
happened?
man.
They got rid of Salah. They got rid of him. They should have never did it.
I mean, but that's life, right? But nah, that is crazy. Like you luck into a
Bro,
pick,
you mean
right?
you mean a wide receiver didn't slap his hands together and the ball didn't pop into somebody's hands? I literally witnessed that in the game, I think yesterday. Like, are you serious, bro?
You luck into it, man.